Swagatam. Today is Raghuvamsham Vrihaspativasaраha, Guruvasaraha. Dinankaha is the Trayovimshatitamaha, 23, date 23 of June, Thursday, Raghuvamsham. Let's do Mangalacharanam. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate, Ramam Ramesham Bhaje, Ramena Vijata Nishachara Chamo, Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. Ramanasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautume Bho Rama Mamudhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahastanama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnama Iti Atha Shri Maheshwara Sutrani A I Un Rul Rak E Ong I Ouch Ayavarat Lan Nyamanga Nam Javing Gadadash Jabagadash Kapha Cha Cha Tha Cha Cha Tav Kapai Sha Sha Sar Hal Iti Maheshwara Sutrani. Okay, I think last time we finished up the number 89, which was the Eko Nanavati Tamashloka Samaptaha Gate Saptahe. That was finished. That was this one over here, which was Raghavopi Charano Tapo Nidehe Kshamyata Miti Vadan Samasprishat Nirjiteshu Tarasa Tarastinam Shatrushu Pranatir Eva Kirtaye. The last thing I was talking about is word Kirti. Word Kirti is, I think that's where I mentioned at the end of the class, is a special ready-made form, Nipatanam, given by Panini. Because, all these feminine nouns are given in the adhikara of striyam tin, which is within the adhikara of kudating, comes striyam tin. So 3397. If you look at Ashtadhyayi for 1 second, we of course start with pratyaya parascha from 331. Always keep a good eye on the Ashtadhyayi map. So 311, 312, which is pratyaya parascha. And then within that starts the Dhato Adhikara from 3122. Again in 3191 starts Dhatoho. And then starts Kruddating, which is the Krud Adhikara. And then within that starts the Adhikara of the Striyam Tin Adhikara. Striyam Tin. Tin is the default pratyaya. So if you want to form any feminine noun using an affix in the Ashtadhyayi, it's a very small section. It's a very, very small section. It goes from 3394 up to 33112. There are only, 19 rules over here. Only 19 rules in Ashtadhyayi. This is in the Ashtadhyayi, okay? How to form feminine nouns from a dhatu. The default pratyaya was striyam tin. So there Panini gives some ready-made forms here. So 33, you'll see this. 3397 is Uti, Yuti, Juti, Sati, Heti, Kirtayascha. This form Kirti, the ready-made form given by Panini, Kirtayascha. I was telling in the Vedic mantra Gananantva, right? Uti Vistada, so it means say Gananantva, Ganapatigam Havamahe, Kaving Kavinam, Pumashravashtamam, Jeshtarajam, Brahmanam, Brahmanaspata, Anashchanvan, Utivista. Utivhe sadanam, Utivhe. Like Utivhe is coming is there. That's also in the same sutram, Uti. Uti like protection, I think it's Uti. While Kirti comes over here. Anyways, that was making the point last time. Keep the adhikara in mind, striyam tin, from 3394 to 33112, how to form feminine nouns from dhatus in the Ashtadhyayi. Of course, you have this sutram, Unadayo Bahulam. There are many Unadi sutras which can also form some nouns, feminine nouns also within that, but that is then appendix to the Ashtadhyayi appendix. It's not a part of the main Ashtadhyayi. Okay, and then we had the Kirtaye, the simple thing. These are now things which should be very straightforward to you. We have done all the Subanta Prakaranam in the daily examples many, many times over. So when they add word Kirti, that gets the Gisanya, Shesho, Gya, Sakhi. And then, what happens is that they Nitira Swashcha. So let us go to, this I shouldn't be repeating this class because we all know it, but we'll do it this one time. This is like Mati Shabda. So Mati become Matyay or Mataye, right? Matyay or Mataye. So what happens is that we start with this. For the Nadi Sanya, we start with use 3 Aksha Nadi. So a feminine, which is something which is always feminine, ending in a long E or U, gets the Nadi Sanya. And then Niti Rasvascha, when a Nit Pratyaya follows, which is going to be the Nye, Nyasi, Nyas, or Ni. Chaturthi Ekavachanam, Panchami Ekavachanam, Shashti Ekavachanam, Saptami Ekavachanam, then Rasvascha. If you have a feminine word which is ending in Rasva Yikar, Ukaraha, like Mati or Dhenu, they get the Va, optionally get the Nadi Sanya, when this Niti Pratyaya follows, Nit Pratyaya follows, Nit Pratyaya. And Shesho Ghiya Sakhi. Really here what's going to happen is that it is going to have the Ghi Sanya, but when the Nit Pratyaya follows, it's going to have the Nadi Sanya optionally. So you get 2 forms, like Nadye, we'll get the form Matye, we can get Mataye. And here the form, the masculine-like form has been used over here. That's more common, by the way. When Nit Pratyaya follows, for these Raswan, Rasvayikaranta, Ukaranta, Tilinga, Shabda, which we have, you will most likely have a form which is like the Hari Shabda or like Guru Shabda. Even though Nadi Sanya is optional, those Nadi forms are normally used much less frequently for these which get the, Niti Rasvascha. So if you have a short E, short U ending feminine, followed by the Nis Pratyaya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ekavachanam, even though Nadi Sanya is optional, it is true, but the non-Nadi forms are much more common. So Mataye will be much more common than Matyai. And same thing Kirtaya. For Kirtaya, straightforward, it's put in the document here. So just been a Pratyaya Nye, and then Anubandha Lope, Lashakvatadjite, and then we get the Gher-niti, Gunaha, Guna Adesha, Gher-niti, Kirta, Kirte, plus Echo Yavayavaha, Kirtaye. Again, these we won't repeat in the class anymore because this has been done in daily examples. I mentioned every class, please follow daily examples which are coming to you every day because those are, going to give you practice. Okay, let's continue today with the next shloka, which is number 90, which is Navati Tamashlokaha. Rajasattam avadhuya masrakam pitriyam asmi gamitash shamay yada nanvarindita phalo mama tvaya nigraho apyayam anugrahi kritaha. Rajasattam avadhuya masrakam pitriyam asmi gamitash shamay yada nanvarindita phalo mama Tvaya nigraho apyayam anugrahi kritaha. Nigraho apyayam anugrahi kritaha. So nanva nindita phalo mama tvaya nigraho apyayam anugrahi kritaha. First thing is read the shloka very slowly, carefully. That itself is a great tapas. If you can keep on, very honestly, if you can just keep on doing that without knowing any Vyakarana, nothing whatsoever, slowly, like we do in English, the knowledge will come to you. So it's up to you how much effort you want to put in. I think read things which are Shishta Prayogas only, which are preferably have no mistakes. Of course, start with Gita first. That's the best thing you can do. And then these other things also. Keep on reading. Every reading you'll get more and more knowledge. Okay. Like I told you, we had this teacher in the temple here. He read the whole Mahabharata, which is 100,000 shlokas. So now he fears nothing. Tasya bhayam nasti. Vyakarana piva, anyatra piva. He has no fear in Vyakarana or anywhere else. He says, I've seen everything now. Every single word in the language almost he has seen. So, great man. Anyway, he's very old now, but he read the whole Mahabharata. Not such a long time. He used to rush back from work, come home, and just, sit and read Mahabharata for 3-4 hours. And of course, he was already a teacher, but still, I think we can all learn from that. If you just keep on reading, now he can read anything else. Anything is just very easy. Gita itself will give you that knowledge. If you just read Gita, with dedication and get it memorized, most of it, you'll have basic knowledge will come to you automatically. Okay, then you're ready for Vyakaranam. See, Vyakaranam assumes that you already have the Bhasha Jnanam. Vyakaranam is not to be studied from scratch. It assumes. That's why I always say study Gita first, then come to Vyakaranam. Unless you have some other way of getting the Bhasha Jnanam, that also is fine. But Panini assumes that you already know the language. Then he does the technical parts for you. That's what Vyakaranam is. Okay, there's a Padacheda here. Rajasattvam avadhu. In fact, you do Karthik Padacheda for us, right? I can do it. Because the Vyakaranam.
Yes, Satish.
Right.
So it's Rajasattvam
Avadhuya Avadhuya.
Avadhuya.
Correct.
Matrukam.
Matrukam.
Pitrayam asmi.
No, Pitriam.
Oh, Pitriam. Oh, okay. Pitriam asmi.
Pitriam asmi.
Gamitaha.
Gamitaha.
Shamam yada.
Yada.
Nanu.
Nanu, correct.
Anindita phalaha.
Very good. Yes.
Mama.
Mama.
Tvaya.
Tvaya.
Nigrahaha.
Nigrahaha.
Api.
Correct.
Ayam.
Ayam.
Anugrahikritaha.
Anugrahikritaha. Anugrahikritaha. Now, as Karthik was suspecting, the way to spot a yan sandhi, by the way, you look for a yan letter, right? If you have it down here, nanvanindita. So look for a yan, which is the vakara, which is preceded by a hal and followed by an acha. So after doing yan sandhi, you see yan sandhi happens iko yanachi, and ik followed by acha. But the ik will become into a yan. Then preceding the yan will obviously be a hal. They could not have been an ach preceding the ik to begin with. That would have taken sandhi the right itself. So when you say iko and achi, it immediately implies that preceding the ik, there is a hal. If there is ach preceding the ik, then it would have gone to sandhi already. So that will generally be there will be a hal prior to the ik and followed by an acha. So here this could have been a yan sandhi over here. It could have been pitri or something, because but then Karthik was saying, what you're suspecting what sandhi over here? You're taking because the yakara or the rep?
I was thinking the yakara was because of sandhi, but now I see it can't be.
But if you do that, what would be the form then? So become so pitri, it become then, right?
So yeah.
But then ayam will not come. If the yakara is already a yan, then ayam will not come. So,
correct.
Yeah. But anyway, this pitriam asmi. Let's look at the vyakhyanam. Then we look at vyakaranam after that. So let's look at the padanvayaha. First to appreciate. First is matrikam rajasatvam avadhuya. So this is a clause. So who's the samana karata over here, Karthik? Because we've seen many, let's go to document before I give it to Karthik. 1 second here is that we have seen many times in daily examples that the avadhuya is a dhui company, to shake off. So avadhuya is having shaken off, having washed off, shaken off, washed off, having washed off. So there is somebody who is samana karta doing two actions. You've seen this in many examples already, so this should be very easy for you. So when you see this pratyaya, which is the lyap pratyaya, which comes in adesha for tva. First of all, sutram is 3.4.21, which saman kartrikayoho purva kale. When you have one saman karta doing two actions, then the purva kala vartini, this is the kriya which is in the prior action, that dhatu will take the pratyaya tva. So like gatva drakshyami, having gone there I will see, etc. So that's 3.4.21. And then when there is a samasa going on, then by samasanyang purve to lyap, the tva takes a lyap adeshaha. Of course, lyap means, lashakvatadite halantyam, it becomes a ya adeshaha, ya shabda adeshaha. So that's what we have in avadhuya. We will figure out now, so means having shaken off. So who is saman karta here, Karthik? You can try. And what's this second action? That's the two questions you would ask is that avadhuya only gives the puravartini kriya. So you have to find out uttaravartini kriya ka and samana karta kaha. Who is the samasa kartri? Who is that? Who could it be here?
Can you show me the?
So it is there are only two choices. There are really only Rama and Purushorama. There are only two choices because there are only two people involved in this action over here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing you can do is that this word gamitaha. This gamita, of course, is nishta prayoga. It's a passive form. You see, it gets more complicated when you have a passive form as the uttaravartini kriya. For example, let's take a simple sentence. Graham agatya, right? You say, let me make it nice. So, okay, let's say, Graham agatya, balakaha, pitra, taditaha, let's say. So having came home, the boy was struck by the father. Who's samana karta here, Karthik?
There is no samana karta.
It will be pitru. Because you have to make it see the passive form. Having come home, The boy was struck by the father. The father came home, not the boy. Not the boy.
Okay.
Because you have to make that passive into active. So make it into active. So grihama agatya, pita, balakam, taditavan. So make it like that. Now it's clear. Atadayata, make it into a thing. Now it's very clear that having come home, the father struck the boy. So make it into active. That's one tip I'll give you is when you want to get a saman karta, if it's passive, just make it active. That will make it easier for you. Easier for you. So we want to, so there it is not the boy didn't come home. The father came home and then struck the boy. So grihamagatya, when you say balakaha, grihamagatya agatya balakaha pitra taditaha. It is the father who came home, not the boy. Because he is the saman karta. He's the one who's doing the striking. So he's and find out who is doing the second action, whether active or passive. After active makes it easier to spot, but who is the karta of the second action? He will be the same karta of the earlier action. So what do you think here now? Can we do it? What is the? Let's say gamitaha. So aham is of course aham asmi gamitaha. I have been made to go. I have been made to attain shamam, made to attain calmness. So now who is the karta in the second action, Karthik? I have been made to go to calmness, to peace.
Parashurama?
It will be Sri Rama here. Because it's a passive set. Parashurama has been made to go. So he is not the one who's making to go. He's the one who's been made to go. So because he said Rajasattam Avadhuya, let's make it passive, right? Let's make it active now. So Rajasattam Avadhuya, right? You can say Bhavan, you, right? Mam, Shamam, Gamitavan. One more time. Rajasattam Avadhuya. Again, that's this matrikam we can forget. This is an adjective to Rajasattam. Okay, we leave this out for time being. Pitriyam also is an adjective to Shamam. We leave it out for time being. So you can say that Rajasattam Avadhuya, Bhavan, Mam, this aham will become Mam, Shamam, Gamitavan. So this action is in the passive here. That's what's confusing. This Gamita is I have been made to go. This is a Nijanta form. We see in a second Gamitaha. I have been made to go. So the fact that he has been made to go, so he's not really the karta. Somebody else is making him to go. So I think because this is very confusing, isn't it? Because it looks like from the sentence that Parashurama might be samana karta, but Sri Rama I think is samana karta here because having washed off the quality of rajas which came from the mother, you have made me reach, or I have been made to go. You have made me reach this calmness which has come from my father. So that is the thing. So that's the first order of business here is avadhuya. See who is doing the second action. In this case, if it is passive, try to make it active. It will make it easier for you to decipher who is doing the second action. Okay, so let's see if the Padanvaya gives us that action, is that here in Padanvaya it will still be in the passive. So it may not be still clear. It says that Matrikam Rajasattam. So Matrikam is an adjective. It's placed before Rajasattam. So Matrikam Rajasattam. Avadhuya, Pitriyam Shamam, Yada Gamito Asmi. It's applied Tada, Twaya, Mama, Anindita Phalaha. Let's go to the next page now. Anindita Phalaha. Okay, let me try. Okay. Aninditam, Agarhitam Phalam. Sarga Hani Lakshmi, yes. This is all the Vyakhyanam for Anindita Phalaha. Ayam Nigraha, Apakaraha, Api Anugrahi Kritaha Anu, so Nanu, is Upakari Kritaha Khalu. So basic meaning of the sentence is as follows. It means that having washed off the quality of rajas which came from my mother, I have been made to reach, I have been kind of delivered to calmness, which has come from my father. When this is the case, yada. So when this is the case, then tada, by you, this seeming offense or this is harm which has been done, this nigraha, restraining which has been done, it is which has the nanu is indeed anindita phalaha means aninditam phalam yasya saha, one whose effect or result is not contemptible, which has a good result. So this nigraha which has been done by you, this nigraha of mine for me which has been done by you, is, even though it's a nigraha anugrahikataha, it has been made into a favor. This has been made into a favor. What you've done for me is really a favor, because its result is very much desired by me. It is definitely not contemptible. This is a result, not to be criticized. So that is the meaning of the shloka. Now let's go into some of the details here. So let's do the padavichara. So rajasatvam is napumsakalinge dvitiya ekavachanam. It is the karma of avadhuya. Avadhu is an amvayam. I said in Ashtadhyaya there are only 5 rules which give an amvayam. One of them is tvatosun kasunaha, tvatosun kasunaha. So that is this one, 140. So when you have tvantam becomes an amvayam. And of course the lyap given as an adesha for tva. So because of the sthanivad adesha on the vidhav, also an amvayam. Avadhu is an amvayam. Matrikam is an adjective. It qualifies the rajasatvam. Let's derive these 2 forms quickly now. So matrikam will also be napumsakalinga. In fact, okay, let's do the padavichara and come back to the vyakaranam. So matrikam will also be napumsakalinge dvitiya ekavachanam. It will be qualifying the rajasatvam. Now pitriyam is going to be qualifying shamam. So shamam is dvitiya ekavachanam pullinge. Shama is a pullinga shabdaha, pullinga nama shabdaha. Pitriyam is qualifying that. So pitriyam will be also the dvitiya ekavachanam pullinge. Of course, asmi is simple, straightforward form. Lat lakaraha. The dhatu is ast, and the pratyaya is uttapurusha ekvachanam. The only thing is that in the padadi ganaha, the shap takes look. Adipapruddhibhya shapaha. Adipapruddhibhya shapaha. When you take us plus lat, again we did all basic steps now, which are all being covered in the daily examples. So when you do the anubandha lopaha, then you do tip tajdi, so it becomes us plus mip. Meanwhile comes kartari shap. So you get us shap plus mip. But then what happens is that because this dhatu us bhuvi belongs to the adadi gana, the second gana, we get adipapruddhibhya shapaha. Take shap look. So shap does come, but it takes look, which is derided. So it becomes asmi straightforward. So that's the thing on the padam, asmi. Then gamitaha is qualifying the aham parashuramaha gamitaha. So gamitaha is going to be pratama ekvachanam pullinge. We're going to derive all these forms in a second. Just going through the vibhakti of each one of these. And shamam is dvitiya ekvachanam. It is pullinge dvitiya ekvachanam. And that is going to be the dvitiya ekvachanam. Yada is an avvayam, and nanu is an avvayam. Anindita phalaha is qualifying nigraha. So this restraint has been, or this which has been done, or this taming which has been done. And anindita phala is a bahuvri compound. So even though phala is a napumsalinga pratipadikam, you can see linga parivartanam. This has taken a new gender here because it is bahuvri samasa. Bahuvri samasa means it is the pradhanyam is in the anya padam. So anyasmin pade pradhanyam. Anindita phalaha is the pradhanyam is with nigraha. That's why this, even though phala is a neuter noun, it became the samasa, the samastam padam became pullingam. Anindita phalaha is every bahuvri compound is an adjective. This one is qualifying nigraha. Mama is shashti ekvachanam. Toya is of asmad. Toya is Yushma Pradipadikam Tritiya Ekavachanam. Then Nigraha, because here this Toya is going with Anugrahi Kritaha. Krita is a passive form over here. That is why this Toya has become the Tritiya Ekavachanam. This is the passive form because Kartakaranayo Tritiya. He is the Karta. He is the Anubhita Karta. So he takes Tritiya. It becomes here Anugrahi Kritaha. Nigraha is pratama ekavachanam pullinge, and api is avyayam, ayam is idam pradipadikam, is the pullinge. Pratama ekavachanam is samadhikaranam with nigraha. So those form, I think by now you should all know, idoya pumsi, all these sutras here to form the forms of idam. Just look at under this one over here, chidadina maha. Then you get idamo maha, and then dascha, and then idoye pumsi. Idoye pumsi finally you have to use to make the id bhaga into the ayya desha. So it becomes ayam, idoye pumsi. So idoye pumsi has to be used to make the form ayam. And anugrihi kritaha, anugrihi is the anugrihi is actually an avyayam. Anugrihi is an avyayam, and that is the we will come to that. And kritaha, of course, is prathama ekvachanam. Pullinge is qualifying nigraha. Okay, let's go with the commentary and then derive some of these forms ourselves. So maturagatam matrikam. This is tadita prayogaha, which has come from the mother. Something which has come from the mother is matrikam. So he doesn't give the sutram for us, but what he expects us to know is that in the tadita prakaranam there is this arthanilidesha which is called tata agataha. Tata agatam. So which is the if you look at 4.3 in 4.3, I think 4.370 something. Tata agataha. Something which has come from that. I said to you, when you add any pratyaya, you have to know what the prakriti is, which prakriti can take this pratyaya, what is the pratyaya, and what meaning is it coming. Tadita, the difficult thing is that in many places you will not find all three in one sutram. You have to go to 2-3 places. Sometimes only the artha will be given. Sometimes only pratyaya will be given. Sometimes only prakriti will be given. So tata agatam is come from that. So this only tells us that these pratyayas are to be used in the sense of something which has come from that. Already saying. Didn't say which padipatikam, which prakriti can take it. Just use the meaning only. The pratyaya is coming here. Is the default pratyaya which is coming is prag divyato and. And so way back in 4.1 I think 83, Panini has already said the pratyaya as default prag divyato and. And divyat shabda comes up to 4.4.2. Just a small background for you. Prag, we don't need this right now, but just giving you the topography of this. So prag up to the word divyat. From 4.183 to 4.4.2, the default pratyaya is and. Prag divyato and. So now we are in that section. So if we did not know anything else further, we would use the pratyaya an from tata agataha. But then comes a special sutram. It says ritashthain. So now this is specifying you two things now. Is what the prakriti should be, and then what the pratyaya is. If you have a rukarantam pratipadikam. We remind you one more thing. We are in the adhikara of pratyaya parascha 3.1.1.3.1.2 and also nya pratipadika, which is 4.1.1. So this means when you say ritaha, means rukarantam pratipadikam, because we are in the adhikara of nya pratipadika. This is not dhato. Dhato is finished in chapter 3. So when you say ritaha, means ridantam pratipadikam. When you have, then following that pratyaya thai can be used in this meaning, tata agata, something which has come from that. So one more time. Rukarantam pratipadikam. In fact, let's go to the vritti itself. It's 4.3.78. Let's see what the vritti says. So we want to form, so even though Molinatha didn't give us the sutram, he told us tata agata. And actually the reason why he didn't give it is because I think we had this in an earlier part of Raghuvamsham. We already have that. So that is, we are now in the 11th adhyaya, okay? So he's not going to give us all the details again and again. So these books we read from the beginning. If we read from the beginning, we would have had this before already. He's not repeating it, okay? But we are in the middle right now, so we'll do that. So he says, one more condition is there. Vidya yoni sambandhebhyaha. Somewhere from before the Vidya yoni sambandha is coming. From back, Anuvritti is coming from somewhere. Vidya yoni sambandha. See here, it's right here. Vidya yoni sambandhebhyo vi. Then ritashthain. So not only it has to be rukarant pratipadikam, it has to be in this meaning tata agataha. It also has to be Vidya yoni sambandha. Vidya or yoni. So yoni means, of course, by birth relationship, blood relationship. Vidya means if you are like a purohita, like a priest or something, doing some functions. So that's Vidya. Vedadhyanam. That's Vidya. Which right now we have Matra. So Matra is going to be, the yoni sambandha only. So it says that Vidya yoni sambandhebhya ityeva. So this is limited to this meaning, Vidya yoni sambandhebhya. So those items which have a, when there's a Vidya or yoni sambandha. Rukarantebhya, Pratipadikebhya, Vidya yoni sambandha vachibhya, ठञ् प्रत्यय भवति तत आगता इति एतस्मिन् विषये वयो अपवादः. The prior sutram was giving the pratyaya we vidya sambandhebhyo we. This one says that if you have a rukarandam pratipadikam, again vidya sambandha, you get pratyaya thai. So 4378 we can use. And here we have, I've done this in the document already to save us some time, is here. So matuh agatam matrakam, which already Malinatha gave us. So one more time, the important to remember is that when you look at this word agatam, matur agatam, there itself we know exactly in which section of Tadhitas we need to be going. So that the key is to spot that word agatam. Okay? So that is what is important. You have to know the sections of the Tadhita land where, these various meanings are given, like tasyapatyam, tatra bhavaha, tasyedam, etc., etc. So when you say, when you say like matup pratyaya example, tadasya astyasminiti matup. When you say vigraha vakyam, when you say balam asya asti iti balin. Then you say asya asti iti, this is going to be the matupadhikara. So they will not mention the pratyaya matub, they will not have a sutra number, but from the vigraha vakyam, from the vigraha vakyam, pick out which meaning it is coming in. So here we got here matur agatam. This was the key word here. Of course, matur is because you have matur in the that's the prakriti, but agatam is the main thing. And when you see that word agatam, and that will link you to this sutram, which is tata agataha. And look down here, and because the pratyaya and will not do the job for us, you can also reverse engineer the form. We need some pratyaya which is ka. Some pratyaya will give us ka. Now that's also another thing is that when this pratyaya thai has come, okay, let's go through the steps now. It gives the matru plus nyasi. So matuhu. So matuhu is panchami ekavachanam of matru. Again, these will not do in the class anymore. These subanta prakriya, because we have done, because it's already covered in great detail in the daily examples. But the one that you want to be using here is the sutram which is rita ut. So when you say matru plus nyasi, then what happens is anubandha lope matru plus ast, and between the rukara of matru and the akara of nyasi, get the pura paryoha ekadesha, which is the ukaraha. Puran raparaha become matur, and then rat tasya becomes matur. Okay, but so this is just matur shabda has been done in daily examples. If you want to revise anyway, rita ut is the sutram that you want to use there. Puran raparaha, then rat tasya. So okay, so maturagatam. So when we do the vigraha vakyam here, it's already given Malinatha. See again, what has given Malinatha is the laukika vigraha vakyam, which is in the normal language terms maturagatam. We can convert that to the alaukika vigraha vakyam, which is matrunyasi pratyayasthai, with the ritashthai. Any new sutram repeated, even though this is not a common sutram at all, but it's okay. At least know what section you were in. So the more points that you know in the Ashtadhyayi map, okay, that is going to be very helpful for you. Slowly, I mean, of course, some of them are right now for you too far apart. There's no connection, but you will get some regions that you can conquer in the Ashtadhyayi. You can master those. So now those are in your bag. Then you can slowly, look around. Maybe pick some other region, like a Monopoly game. You can pick. It's a very nice game you can play in the Ashtadhyayi. So right now we have one point that we are looking at, one small point over here, 4378. Looking at this point, you can make that we are in the adhikara of pratyaya parascha, in the adhikara of nya pratipat, nya pratipadikat, in the adhikara of tadhita, we start from 4176. We are also in the adhikara of prak divyato anna. So all this should come into your mind. Just looking at this number 4378, a lot of things should come to your mind. With some practice. And then we are doing this pratyaya thai in the meaning of tata agataha. So of course this will be hard to remember for you, because for me also, because this is not a very common sutra. But at least while you're studying it, try to put a pin on the Ashtadhyayi map. So ritashthai. Now rukarantebhya prajipadikebhya vidya yoni sambandha vachibhya thai pratyaya bhavati tata agataha iti etasmin vishaye. So matru anubandha lope matru plus, first of all, this entire thing is a pratipadika sanya, but kritadita samasascha. Kritadita samas, because tadita pratyaya it is, and then we get supo dhatu pratipadika yoho. Look, this is very straightforward, just like in every compound or in every dhatu. inside a dhatu, you can also have a sup when you do nama dhatus. In every pratipadikam, there is supo dhatu pratipadikayoho. In every pratipadikam, there will be supluk inside the pratipadikam. Kritadita samasascha. When you had any of these pratyas in a krit pratyaya, tadita pratyaya, if you make a compound, then your pratipadikam, then supo dhatu pratipadikayoho. This should be automatic for you now. It should be automatic. So 1, 246, 2, 471. And of course, you get halantyam, tasya lopaha, matru plus tha. Now the question is, why not chutu? Why not apply chutu? Because pratyadi cha varga ta varga, right? That should get the it sanya, tasya lopaha. Because then, in fact, let's see, maybe Kashika will give us something here. So this chutu, the question comes, why not apply chutu? Because we have learned chutu very well. It says that cha varga ta vargo pratyasyadi it sanyo bhavataha. Why not then apply chutu? I think he might give the answer here also. Let's see. Cha varga chareshtaha. Yeah, here it gives. See, Kashika makes this statement. Tasya ikadesham vakshyati. So third is going to take the ika adesha. Tasyekaha. So that is what prevents. So this is the vachana samarthya. The fact that Panini is saying that in place of tha, put ik, in place of thakara, put ik, that vachanam will be vyartham if you apply chutu. If you apply chutu and make that thas, and then it will take tasya lopaha. There will be nobody to make the tasya ika sutram vyartham syat. Tasma vachana samarthya tatra thakarasya sanyana bhavati iti nyatavyam. But you have to also ask the question. You know the sutram chutu. Chutu we have said many, many times. Pratyadi, chavarga, tavarga, which we do have. But because of this karanam, that vachana samarthya is tasya ika adesham vakshati. This was what Kashika is saying is that means that tasya ik sanya nasti is what it says. So this one I'll put in like that. This is the Kashika statement. Tasya ika adesham vakshati, which means that Panini will mention, will prescribe the ika adesha. So what is that now? Tasya ika, very simple sutram. Very simple sutram. That so this is what demystifies this thing for you. So when you say thing, it really means ika. But that also we don't need. We're going to get one more sutram after that. Tasya ika is so pratyaha. So because this is an angasya dikara now. So angasya nimittam yah thaha. So thaha means kascha angasya nimittam. So that which is nimittam for the angam. So what defines the angam? Yasmat pratyavidhi tadadi pratyaye angam. Anga sanya we have seen yasmat pratyavidhi. So that after which the pratyaya is prescribed. There's yasmat pratyavidhi tadadi pratyaye angam. See, all these sanyas are very important. They are not trivial. They are important to understand clearly. So an angam is created. It's a relative term to pratyaya. When a pratyaya is added, that too is the pratyaya was added. Starting from there up to the pratyaya creates an angam for that pratyaya. It's relative to that pratyaya. So we are in the angasya dikara in 7350. So what Kashika is saying is that tasya ika of Panini says tasya ika in place of tha, thakara put the ikka adesha. Then it says angasya nimittam yah thaha. The thakara is nimittam for the angam. Then kaha cha angasya nimittam. What can be the nimittam for the angam? Pratyaya. Pratyaya creates the angam. Tasya pratyaya thakarasya ikaha ityayam adesha bhavati. It is ika adesha. But that will not work for us, will it? So we need to make matrikam. We don't need matrika. We need matrikam. Then comes the next sutram. So tasya ika should be in your brain forever. Tasya ika. Just like you have chutu, just like you have joantaha, so tasya ika. The joanta you learned many times now, right? We're doing the thing in the prakaranam, in the daily examples. Similarly, tasya ika. So that there also is another example of chutu. But because it means pratyaya ji or ja, why not chutu there also? It's the pratyadi cha varga cha ja, so it is there. So because of joantaha. Jonta is a Vishesh Vidhanam. So vachana samarthya jakarasya sanyana bhavati. Tadvad atrapi chakarasya bhavati tasya ika iti vachana samarthya. So tasya ika should be in your is a well-known sutram. So that should be there, but that will not work for us right now. So we want to make ka, not ika. So then look at Anantaram Sutram. The next sutram is that is us uk tantat kaha. Is us uk tantat kaha. Let's look at 7351. So what it says is that this is saying that don't make ika adesha, make the ka adesha for the takaraha. When you have a padu ending in is, us or uk. Uk is the pratyahara uk, ayandral ruk. So ru. So this uk anta is going to help us right now because we have matri. So matri is ending in a uk. So uk antad ka adesha bhavati. Ikka adesha na bhavati, ka adesha bhavati. Of course, tanta also. Of course, tantat. So takaranta if you have, is anta, us anta, uk, pratyahar anta, or it is tanta. Takaranta. In this case, instead of tasya, you get the ka adesha. So that is it. 7351. 7351. It says is us ityevam anta antanam uggantanam tantanam changanam tasya ikadesha bhavati. It's uk. So he gives, he gives example for uk. See, matrikam, here it is. In fact, here it is. Matrikam. So matrikam is a rukarantam pratipadikam angam. So when the angam ends in uk pratyahara, so then that case, any varna uk pratyahara, in that case, we get the tasya. Is us uktantat kaha. Now you may not remember this sutram, but remember this one. Tasya kaha is worth remembering. Tasya kaha, just like Javantaha. So we got the kakara adesha, then this system is straightforward. So we had, of course, halantyam, and we got matrika. Of course, in this case, we do have the this nya as an it, but we can use taditeshu acham adehe. But in matrika already this is vriddhi is already there. No more operation. What I'm talking about is 72117 taditeshu acham adehe. Adi vriddhi, but it's already vriddhi is there. So matrika. So is uktantat kaha. Okay. So maturagatam matrikam. It's an adjective. The adjective is qualifying. It's qualifying the rajasattam. Interesting word, rajasattam. What is rajasattam? Rajo guna pradhanatvam. Look at the vyakhyanam. You pay very careful attention. The vyakhyanam is done with great attention. So we have to pay careful attention. What is the vyakhyata trying to say? Tikakaraha. Let us say vivakshaka. What is the vivaksha of the tikakara? He says that Rajo guna pradhanatvam. So tvam is common. We have rajasattvam, and the vyakhyanam is Rajo guna pradhanatvam. Now, so we can remove the tvam. So what is saying is rajasaha. Say purushaha. Say is Rajo guna pradhanaha. So Rajo gunaha pradhanam yasyasaha. The one in whom the quality of rajas predominates, of passion or longing, desire. So, lust. So this is rajas actually means dirt. Rajas is like, something which is impurity kind of. So this feeling of this guna, means this quality or this disposition, I should say, of lust or passion is kind of an impurity to the mind. So rajas. Now how do you form the word rajasa? If you have spent some time looking at that, look at the vyakhyanam again. Rajo guna pradhanaha. Okay, it's a bahuri compound. Rajo guna, we can take it as karmadhara itself, so the quality of rajas. So the vigraha vakyam we should work is Rajo gunaha pradhanam yasya saha. So one whose predominating thing is, so yasya saha. So one who has the Rajo gunaha as his main disposition. Now, looked at a few different places. There is not a, okay, because vigraha vakyam itself, which that clearly this rajasa is rajas plus the tadisa pratyaya given rajasa. Spashtam nyayate, it's straightforward. Looks at pratyaya should be an. An is a very common pratyaya. I told you from prag divya to an goes all the way up to that, So from 483, an goes all the way to 442. But now, when you take the meaning of tadasyasya asminniti matup, so one who has rajas, if you want to make it rajasa, then that is outside of this adhika, this prag divya to an. So because we are now going to 5294. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there may not be one unique way to form this word rajasa. This one rajasa comes in Gita in many places, by the way. So rajasa parikirtataha, many places. So famous shloka of course, chapter 14. Urvam gachanti satvastha madhyatishtanti rajasaha. Jagannagana vrittistha gachanti tamasaha. So rajasa is a very common word. Unfortunately, the vyakhyanam will not also give you a way to know which Tadhita Pratyaya has been used by which sutram. So this is the challenge of Tadhitas, is that they are very, very variety of meanings they come in. And unfortunately, this is not like a mathematics in a black and white science, like Subanta or the Sandhi Karyam or Tingantam. That's why I always say, master Tingantam Karyam first. But Tinganta Prakriya works like mathematics. So you get your confidence there. But this one can be a bit disturbing because you have to search. There may be various meanings in which it comes. There may be various pratyas which might come. So there are different ganas over here. So it is really a Tadhita Maharanyam. It's a great forest. Tadhita is a great forest. So, and unfortunately, the forms in the language may not all be explainable by the Panini Sutras also. That's another issue that we have. So you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for to do some hunting. This Tadhita Aranyam requires some hunting in there. So now we have to go and find out what could be this pratyaya. The one thing that I looked at is that looked at Vachaspatyam. The Vachaspatyam is a great encyclopedia of Sanskrit, which is amazing how it has been compiled by a great scholar who lived in Bengal about 100 years ago, 150 years ago. He compiled this entire 6-volume thing. This is a very large encyclopedia of Sanskrit. You find a lot of things that you see in the Yapti dictionary when he gives the Vyutpatti comes from Vachaspatyam. Anyway, he says, so if that I checked that one also, I left it two different places. So here the way that they're formed is that this is not the only way. Rajaha pradhanataya asti asya iti rajasaha. Again, same thing. One who has that is a predominating factor. So you say if you're going to get tadasya asti is matupadikara. Of course, we don't want matup. We want the pratyas to be like an and. So I can get the adi vriddhi, making ra, rajasa. Now, if you look at the and, luckily there is an and vidhanam in the sadhikara matupadikara. And that and is coming over here after the word tapas and sahasra, tapasaha. Tapasaha is an ascetic. So taposya astiti tapasaha. One who has tapas is tapasaha. So we don't want tapas, we want rajas. So then, luckily in that 5211103, so there is a vartikam. There is a vartikam, which says that anprakarane jyotsnadibhya upasankhyanam. This opens up a little window for us. Says that there are other words other than tapas and sahasra, which can take this pratyaya and matu pratyaya. So matu pratyaya pratyaya and will come. So I'm using that to create this one because looking at the Viravakyam, see this is unfortunately what happens in Tadhitas. They leave you to hunt down the proper sutram. It's kind of fun. It also can be time consuming, and if you don't know, and you can just accept it. What you can say. You can, if you really don't want to go through all these, Vyakaranam, you can simply say that Rajo Sambandhi, something Rajo Sambandhi, Rajo Sambandhitvam, you can say. There's some Sambandha is there with Rajasa. This is Tadhita which is coming from Rajasa. But anyway, since you have done all this work, here it is, so we can say, we can take this Vartikam, Anprakarane, Josnadibhya Upasankhanam. Then you add the Pratyaya An, so it is meaning of Tadasya Asti, so Tad is Pratama Nidishtam, Pratama Vibhakti, so then we get Rajas plus Su, again the same thing, do the Anubandha Lopaha, Halantyam, and then, Halantyam, and then do, Kutisa Samasa, Chesupodhapadayoho, the Su Patya will go away, then you do the Adi Vriddhi, Taditeshu Achamadehe. If your pratyaya that you're using has the ta varga panchama or cha varga panchama as an it, then the adi ach will take the vriddhi. This is the pratyaya tadhita, not the ending but the adi ach. Taditeshu achamadehe. Taditesh vachamadehe. 7117. So rajasasya, so that's become rajasa. The next part is easy. Rajasasya bhava rajasatvam. Rajasatvam. So rajasa plus tvam. Like we can say lagutvam, gurutvam, all these, so tvam means the state, thatness. So it is a state of somebody who is a rajasaha. So that's his quality, his property. So rajasatvam. So this one is straightforward pratyaya, which is tasya bhavas prasalau. Is also just like in the end of 5.2, matupadhikaraha, in the end of 5.1, adhikara of tasya bhavaha. So these are now small parts of the jungle that you can start capturing. in the Tadhita jungle, we got two parts over here, two sections, which is the Tadasyasya Smriti Matup, that goes, Apada Samaptehe, goes from 5.294 to the end of 5.2. You also have another section called Tasya Bhavasvatalav, which goes from 5.1119 up to the end of 5.1. So end of 5.1, end of 5.2. Now you know what is coming over there. One is Tasya Bhavaha, one is Tadasya Asti Asminti. And Matup is default over there. So here we have used both of them. So Tva and Tal. We get Guru Tam or Guru Ta. So Pratya Tva, this goes in neuter gender. So we just add the Pratya Tva, Tasya Bhavasvatalav, and then get Rajasattam. Actually, interestingly, when I looked at this Devadhar, Professor Devadhar, he has given a different interpretation. Because realizing that this is not the straightforward, a little bit clumsy, what he says is that we may explain the word as Rajnya Sattvam. So now that's a new angle now. So what he's saying is that rather than taking, which is not as per the Vyakhyanam, by the way. Vyakhyanam says Rajoguna Pradhanatvam. Clearly he's talking Rajoguna Pradhana is Rajasa. But what Professor Devadhar is saying is that make it as Raja Sattvam. So make it Raja Sattvam. First form Sattvam. Sattvam means being. Being means like quality. So quality of a king. So Rajnyaha, the quality. So he's taking a Shashi Tatpurusha compound. You have to first form Sattvam from same Tasya Bhavasvatalav. Sat is like being. Being like a quality, So disposition of a king. So instead of making it as Rajasa plus the Pratya Tva, he's taking it as Rajan plus Sattam and making Shashi Tatpurusha compound. The fact that he's doing that means he's not too happy with the other etymology given here. So again, this is quite creative. We may explain the word as Rajnyaha Sattvam, Rajasattam, the spirit or quality which characterizes the kingly class, such as their aspiration, their sense of honor, etc., etc. So that's another way. You can take it Raja Sattam, make it Shashi Tatpurusha compound, but that's not what Balinatha is saying. Okay, it's not. He said Rajoguna Pradhanatvam means he's taking Raja Sattvam. And now, so that explains that Avadhuya. So this is all object of Avadhuya. We all talked about that, having washed away, having shaken off, having driven away. This one. Then again, there comes Pituragatam Pitryam, qualifying Shamam. Now, Pitru also is ending in, then why not become Paitrikam? Because if you go through the same steps that we just did for Matrikam, because Pitru is beginning with the Ikaraha, this time will cause the Adi Vriddhi, we get Paitrikam. Then why not Paitrikam? Paitrikam Itrupam Kasmanda Bhavati Atra. We can use all the same steps as this one. We can take Pitru plus Nyasi plus Thai, Kritasthai, so everything is satisfied. Pitru also Yoni Sambandha. But then what happens is that Anantaram Sutram, there is a special Sutram. Now we're going even more specific now. So we were first looking at, any Pradipadikam Tata Agataha. Then we got to Vidya Yoni Sambandha, we used Vui. Then within Vidya Yoni Sambandha, we got into Ritashthai, any Rukaranta Pradipadikam. Now we're going even deeper. Pitur Yacha, the one single Pradipadikam Pitru. This is very, very, so Vishesha Sutram. It is, it has very small domain it has. So Pitur Yacha. So Pitur again is Panchami Ekvachanam. So after the Pradipadikam Pitru, Panya Pradipadikat, Yat Cha. Pratya Yat also can be used. Chakarat, you can also use Pratya Thai. So Thai can be used and Yat can be used. If you use Thai as we did for Matrikam, you get the form Paitrikam. So Paitrikam is another possible usage, but right now we have Pitryam. So Pitru Shabda Yat Pratya Bhavati Chakara Thai Cha Tata Agataha. This is typo here. Tata Agataha Etasmin Vishaye. So Pituragatam can be Pitryam or Paitrikam. We don't have the form Paitrikam, we have the form Pitryam. We'll use the Pratyaya Yat. Yat Pratyaya we can use. It says that Pituragatam, Pitrunyasi plus Yat, Pitur Yatcha. Pitru Shabda Yat Pratyaya Bhavati Chakara Thaincha Tata Agata Itun Vishaye. So Pitru, of course, Anubandha Lope, same all the steps. We get the Pradipadika Sanya, Kutrika Samasascha, Supo Dhatu Pradipadika Yoho, the Nyasi takes look, and then of course Halantyam over Halantyam. And then just, now comes the important thing, which is 7427. I remember Nagaraj's Sutram, which is the Shiva Ucha. If you go to Ashtadhyayi for a second, we have this. Let's start from 7.4.25, which we may be seeing on this Saturday. It says Akrit Sarvadhatika Yoho Dirgha. If you have a Yakara, suppose we are in the Angasya Dikara, the Angam is followed by Yakara, which is not the Yakara of a Krut Pratyaya, is also not the Yakara of a Pratyaya, which is Sanya Sarvadhatakam. Akrit Sarvadhataka Yoho. Then what happens is that an Ajanta Mangam will take the Dirgha Adeshaha. Like when we say Dhatu Shru becomes Shruyate, when we get the passive form, becomes Stuyate. So Akrit Sarvadhatika Yoho Dirgha. The Pratyaya Yak, which is used in the passive, doesn't have, this is not a Pratyaya which is Sanya of Sarvadhatakam. Also not a Krut Pratyaya, become Dirgha. So, but then what happens is that this Anuvritti of Akrit Sarvadhatika Yoho is coming here. So Pratyaya which is a Yakara Pratyaya, which is not Krut Pratyaya, not a Pratyaya Sanya of Sarvadhatakam, and you get the Dirgha Angasya Alonchasya, which is Dirgha. Then Chva Ucha. Even when the Pratyaya Chvi follows, then also you get the Dirgha. Then comes Ring Rataha, which is what we need right now. Rataha. We have a Rikaranta Mangam, which we do have. We have Pitru. Followed by Pratyaya Yat we have right now. Same condition here, followed by Pratyaya which is Yakaradi. Pratyaya should not be Krut Pratyaya, should not Sanya Sarvadhatakam, and it could either that or should Pratyaya Chvi. One of these two. So one more time, Angam should be ending in Rikara, Ritaha. And then Pratyaya should be either Yakaradi, which is not a Krut Pratyaya, neither that nor a Sarvadhataka Pratyaya, or should be Pratyaya Chvi. One of these two. Then what happens? The Angam takes the Ring Adesha. Now Ring Adesha, notice one more thing, when you have to do any Adesha, you always think of this Sutra Chatushtayam. Sutra Chatushtayam, which is going to be Alonchasya, Nitya, Adesh Parasya, Anekachis Sarvasya. Where to put the Adesha is governed by these four Paribhasha rules. Alonchasya is the first default rule, it takes for the ending letter, which is what we need right now. We need that Rukara of Pitru to become Pitri. But comes Anekachis Sarvasya. The Ring Adesha has Refa and Ikara, it's Anekal Adesha, replies the entire Angam. But then Nitya, that's why Panini puts the Nga as a Nit in Ring. So Nitya can come and put it back into the place of the ending, which is the Rukara. So by using Nitya, we put it at this becomes only the Rukara of Pitru will take the Ring Adesha. Of course, alone. Let's look at the Vritti of this one. 7.4.27. Ring Rataha. Rukarantasya Angasya. Win Angasya Dikaraha. Akrit Yakare. Asarvadhatike Yakare. Which is Akrit and Asarvadhatike Yakare. Then Chaucha Parataha. Ring Ityam Adesha Bhavati. So that is the. So we have right now Yakaraha, which is the Yakara of the Pratyaya Yat. This is a Pratyaya. It's clearly not Pratyaya with Sanya of, Krut Pratyaya and Sarvadhaka Pratyaya, they all come from the Dhato Adhikara. This is not that. So we're going to get the Ring Adesha by Nitya, become Anekalapi, Antyasya Alasthane Bhavati, and become Pitriya. Once you have that, let's not forget one more thing, Angam has the birth Sanya, by the way, by Yachibham. We've been through this also many, many times. These pratyas, which is, so this is a pratyaya, the three pratyaya, they're in Adhikara, so in the Swadi pratyaya. Suojas start from 4.1.2, starts Suojas. So Swadi goes all the way to the end of chapter 5, includes all the Sadhitas. And Pani says in 1.4.17, Swadi Shiva Suranamastane, he means all the Swadis. And Yachibham, so 1.4.18, Angam gets the birth and Yascheticha. Also we've seen many times. Ivarnantasya Varnantasangasya Lopavati Tadita Ikare Chapare. Pratyayat Tadita Pratyaha. So you get the Alonchasya, the Ikara takes Lopa. So that was the prakriya of this one. So if you go back again, Pituragatam. Pituragataha Shamaha. From the father. So this one was Pituryacha. Yata Agata is Adhikaraha. Vidya Yoni Sambandha has to be there, which you do have. And normally we would have had this sutram, which is Ritashtai, but then special sutram, Pituryacha. We can use the Yat Pratyaha. Yat Pratyaha, when we did, we got then the Ring Adeshaha by Ring Rataha. and then after that we got the yaschiti cha bhasanya, and then also the yachibham bhasanya. Yaschiti cha is the ikara lopaha, become pitriam. So that is the form which you have, pitriam. So says pitriam shamam is qualification. Look how it puts the adjective before the noun. Pitriam shamam yada avyayam yasmin avasare yasmin kale. Yada is the saptami. Straightforward here. In fact, if you can look at yada very quickly, is in the beginning of 5.3. All these very nice little form which could avyasanya, which then there is kale daha. This one sarva eka. Sarvekanya kim yat tadaha kale daha. Pradipadikam yat and ni saptami. Add the pratyada and of course yusyadadi namaha, and then ato gune from yada. So kale. So yada means kale only, not yasmin avasare. Kale means yada means yasmin kale. So yasmin kale yada. So yada. Says then gamito asmi. Gamitaha. Interesting form. Gamita is not gataha. Gataha and gamita are different. So gamitaha is a niche pratyaya is coming here. But gamita, so gamru gatau, when you add the pratyaya niche hetumati, it's made to go. Made to go. When somebody has been made to go by somebody else, like you say, asatoma sadgamaya. So gamitaha. Like mohitaha. So mohitam na vijanati comes in Gita. So this mohitaha, gamitaha, karitaha. All these means that this is a niche is in there, and then you have the nishtha pratyakta on top of that. First you have to form the nijanta, this derived dhatu, sadhita dhatu, this gam plus e chutu halantyam, but then become gami by atopadhaya. Atopadhaya becomes gami. We want to form gamita, not gamita. So how it became gamita and not gamita? Because of 6492, very important sutram, which is mitam hrasvaha. Mitam hrasvaha. So when you do a niche prakriya, think of mitam hrasvaha. If you're expecting a dirgha in the angam and you see a hrasvaha, when the pratyaya niche has been added, think of this sutram mitam hrasvaha. Very, very important sutram mitam hrasvaha. Mitam hrasvaha. So let's look at the vritti of mitam hrasvaha. The reason this sutram is complicated is that let's look at what the sutram says. 6.4, so gamitaha is 6.492. Didn't become gamitaha, become mitam hrasvaha. So mito dhatavaha, dhatus which have makara as an it. So which are they? Because right now we have the dhatu gamru. There's no makara as an it in gamru at all. It only has the r as an it. And how is it to be understood as a mit dhatu? That is a myth, right? That is what you have to figure out, mitam hrasvaha. It says ghatadayaha mitaha. This is a Gana Sutram in the Dhatu Pataha. In the Bhwadi Ganaha, this is with the Dhatu Ghat, I think up to Dhatu, I think it's Khand. That entire section of many Dhatus, they are labeled by this Gana Sutram as having Mars in it, Makaras in it. So Mitam Rasva refers to that section of the Dhatu Patha, Ghatadayo Mitaha. So Ghatadayo Mitaha, so that is the tricky part over here. The Dhatu doesn't actually have Mars in it Sakshat. But because the Gana Sutra Dvarena, it becomes mit, Ghatadayo Mitaha. When you think of Mitam Rasvaha, Ghatadayo Mitaha. Ityam Adayaha ye Pratipaditaha. Tesham Upadhayaha Rasto Bhavati no Parataha, like Ghatayati, Vyathayati, Janayati, how about that? Janayati, Shamayati. So now, Shamayati, look at this one, this is good, Shamayati, like Gamayati, Shamayati. So now, but then this Dhatu Gamru is not even in that section really. Then how do we still get the mittam for the Gamru Dhatu? There's a Gana Sutram. In that section of that Ghatadayo Mitaha, there are some Gana Sutras in there, which also tell you that these other Dhatus also will be considered as Mitta. And the Gana Sutram there is a Jani, Jirush, Nasu, Ranjo Amantascha. Then Ammanta Dhatu. Any like Shamayati. So this Gamayati, so this Namayati, this doesn't become Namayati, it becomes Namayati. So any dhatu ending in is considered to have is by this Gana Sutram in the section of Ghatadayo Mitaha is considered to have Mars and it. This is a complicated part over here now. You can work backwards. The dhatu Gamita should have been Gamita. It has not become Gamita. We think Mitam Rasvaha. Then investigate. go with the section of the Ghatadeva Mitaha in the Dhatu Patha. Either Dhatu will be listed there, or there might be a Gana Sutram, which will tell you that there are not many of those, there are only a few of them. They will tell you that why this dhatu becomes a myth. There's only one section, Ghatadeva Mitaha in Dhatu Patha, in the Bhavadi Ganaha. So that's where you have to go. The Gana Sutram here is tells you that Amantascha, this is the one which is important for us right now. Amantascha. The Dhatu Gam is ending in the so that becomes the myth. Once you have that Mitam Rasvaha, this Akara becomes Akara, becomes Gami. So Mitam Rasva is a critical sutram when you're doing the Pratyaya Nich adding, Ni Pratyaya adding. If you see a Rasva in the Yangam where, Dirgham, so when the Dirgha is Apekshitaha, in that case, suspect Mitam Rasvaha. Mitam Rasvaha means think about Ghatadeva Mitaha, and there go and investigate, is your dhatu in there, So becomes Gami. And then Gamitaha, of course, Pratyakta, this Nishtha Sutram in the Bhute Adhikaraha, and first of all you get a Dhatu Sanya for Gami by Sanajanta Dhatavaha, because you cannot use any of these sutras in the Dhatu Adhikara, you have to get the Dhatu Sanya first. Dhatu, this is not a Dhatu in Dhatu Patha, Dhatu Patha only had Gamru, so Gami gets Dhatu Sanya by the Sanajanta Dhatavaha, and you use Nishtha, Taptavatu, Nishtha Sanya Sutram, and then you get the Idagamaha. Of course, Lashakvatadite, Idagamaha, because Idagama is only stopped following it. The Agama comes to the Pratyaha, not to the Dhatu. Means Idagamaha, it's a state Dhatu, one Dhatu. The Dhatu doesn't allow or allows the Idagama to come to the Pratyaya. The Dhatu does not take the Agamaha. So that in Nishedha, which is taking place by 7 to 10, which is Ekacha Upadeshan Udattat, Ekacha Upadeshan Udattat. So this 7 to 10 means this only said Ekacha, Upadeshe. It's not Ekacha Dhatu we don't have. When you have Gami, it's Anekacha Dhatu. So you cannot have in Nishedha, so you get Gama, Gami Taskita by 7 to 35. That is the pivotal sutram in that Adhikar of the Idagama, in the Idagama section. That is the pivotal sutram. It says that Ardhatukasya Valadehe. This is the Valadi Pratyaha, which is Sanya of Ardhatukam because of Ardhatukam Sheshaha. Idagama. Now what do we do now? We got Gami Yeta. We don't want to do Akasya and Dirgha. Nishtayam Seti. Nishtayam Seti. Nirniti, Nishtayam Seti. So when the Nish Pratyaha is followed by a Nishtha Pratyaya which has taken the Idagamaha, Nish Pratyaya drops. In the form Gamita, what you're looking at is the Ikara is not the Nish Pratyaya Ikara. It is the Idagamaha which remains behind. So again, we've done this a few times in the class. Nishtayam Seti. Nishtayam Seti. One more time, Dhatu was Gambru and Dhatu Patha. So that became myth because of this Gana Sutram in Ghatadeva Mitaha. So we added the Pratyaya Nich by Hetumaticha, and this is a causation involved over here. They did the Anubandalopaha, then did the Atopadhaya Vriddhi, but then Mitam Rasva came in. Rasvadeshaha became Gami, and found the word Gamita, Nishtha Pratyakta, Idagamaha, Nishtayam Seti Kamita. So I have been made to go to the quality of Shamam. Shamam is Shama is to be mental peace or calmness. There also be a bit of an issue here is Shamam. Now here also word Pratyaya is Ghain Pratyaya, Ghain. This is put in document also. You have to Shamu Upashame to be at peace. Now when you add the Pratyaya Ghain with Sutram Bhave, see, as I said to you one more time, many times, is that Panini has this 3.3 Panini uses to form these nouns from verbs, from verbal roots in Ashtadhyayi. So Shama is a masculine noun from Dhatu Sham. Now the Pratyaya Ghain is default and that forms masculine nouns. So it comes in the sense of Bhave, means an abstract noun. So when Sham is to be quiet, peaceful, and Shamaha means peace or calmness. So in that ness, just the meaning of the Dhatu Bhave means expresses the sense of the Dhatu, abstract nouns. 3.3.18, the Sutram Anuvutti of Ghain comes from before. And then also is used in the next Sutram, Akarti Chakarake Sanyaya. But right now Bhave will work for us because Shamaha means calmness or peace. So now the question is that the Pratyaya is Ghain, Anubandha Lope, Salantyam, Shakvatadjite, Anubandha Lope Akaraha. But then why not are we getting the Atopadhaya Vriddhi? Same problem here also. Just like when Gamita we had, Atopadhaya was somehow being negated or being contracted. Here also we have Pratyaya, this has the Nyu as in it, then atopadhayaha. Why not be getting atopadhayaha? That's another question here. So we have 7-1 atopadhayaha. Now this anuvritti of nyati goes down into 7.3, okay, 7.3. And there are a bunch of rules over there which just happen. And one of them is that this one, Udattopadesha, Udat, so 7.3.34, 7.3.34, Nodattopadeshasya mantasyana chamehe. So no, means this atopadhaya which was prescribed before, this is Nisheda Sutram. So don't do this operation, which is Udattopadeshasya. Dhatu Udattopadesha. Remember Udattopadesha means signals to you what? Remember this sutram which we just saw, which is 7-10, which is Ekachupadesha Udattat. Is that generally what we call as the state dhatus? They are the, which is basically dhatu which is anit is Anudattopadesha. Because Ekachupadesha Udattat is in Nishedha. So when you say Anudatta, let's see, remember we are talking about the swara on the dhatu vowel itself, not on the it. The it swara will dictate the parasyapadam, atmanipadam, the pada vyavastha. We are talking about the dhatu swara itself. The dhatu is ekach, it is an anudatta swara on the dhatu swara, then dhatu swara is anudattaha. In that case, it's just in nishedha, it doesn't allow the idagama to come to pratyaya. Now, so now when this Sutram 7, we can connect with that. So 7.3.34 says that no, Udattopadeshasya. So this is not Anudat. So this means that this is not a Anit Dhatu. Anudattopadesha would be an Anit Dhatu. So in the Mantasya, just to Makaranta. In Makaranta there are only 4 Dhatu which are Anudattopadesha, which is Gama, Nama, Yama, Rama, Chatvaraha. So Gama, Nama, Yama, Rama, Chatvaraha, Anudattaha, Mantesho. So Anudattopadeshaha, Mantesho. So this is other than Gama, Nama, Yama, Rama. So so this is, we have Dhatu Sham right now. That's so it's a Manta Dhatu. It is Udattopadesha Dhatu. And it is Anachamehe, not the Dhatu Acham. So Mantasya Anachamehe means Anachamehe. This dhatu acham, we don't have acham right now, but that will not follow this rule. That's okay. We don't have acham right now. We have a makaranta dhatu, udattopadesha dhatu sham. It says no. So don't do the prior operation. So what? Let's look at 7.3.34. This is a less common rule, but again the same thing. We are pratyaya ghai. Why are we not getting atupadhaya? That's the question. It says that udattopadeshasya mantasya nachamehe. Sumantasya angasya achami vajitasya chini kriti chagniti kritigniti is yaduktam tanna bhavati. That which has been prescribed doesn't happen. Kim cha uktam, what has been prescribed over here? Atopadhayaha iti vruddhirna bhavati. We give the word shamaha. Shama is here. So this one, nodattopadeshasya mantasya achamehe mantasya anachamehe. So that sutram will stop the atopadhaya. We get shama. Instead of getting shamaha, we get shamaha. One more time. This is nodattopadeshasya mantasya anachamehe. Makaranta dhatu should not be these 4. But those are anudattopadesha, which basically it has to be udattopadesha. And then it doesn't take that that krus pratyaya, which is nyit or nitya varga panchamata varga panchamata nit, cannot do atupadhayaha, becomes shamaha. So shama gamitosmi. So I have been made to go to the quality of calmness which has come from my father. Tada. So at this time, this is what has happened. So then at which time? So at such a time, toya, by you, mama is over here, apekshitatvat, because it is expected by me, desired by me. This is a commentary, apekshitatvat. Then what is the next word? He says, anindita phalaha. And he gives Vigra Vakyam directly in the commentary we have. He says, aninditam agarhitam. Garhitam is like disgusting or contemptible. Aninditam phalam, which is, he now explains what that phalam is Sarga hani lakshanam. The result of what you have done to me is basically characterize lakshanam by Sargahani, the loss of the chance of going to heaven, loss of heaven. So Sargahani lakshanam yasya. So this is within the Vigraha Vakyam, will give the Vyakhyanam, Vritti. So really the Laukika Vigraha Vakyam with Samasa itself will be that Aninditam Phalam Yasya Saha, straightforward. Anindita is Punyantat Purusha, Negashitat Purusha, Naninditam, Aninditam. Because which is that which is not, is just your contemptible. So Naninditam, Ninditam na. So Naninditam, Aninditam, that's straightforward. Then Aninditam, Agarhiti Phalam Yasya Saha. In your commentary, Aninditam will be Agarhitam, and Phalam is Sargahani Lakshanam Yasya Saha. And Aninditam is straightforward, Nyantat Purusha, just make it Naninditam, Aninditam. Now, he's qualifying what? Qualifying Nigraha. Nigraha. Nigraha is Apakaraha. Apakar. In fact, we are just talking about the this Pratyaya Ghai, weren't we? We just talked about Pratyaya, take the Dhatu Grah. Why didn't it become Nigraha then? Because if Ghai is a default Pratyaya, the Pratyaya is Ghai. By the way, any question about any Dhatus, there are many books that you can go to find the answers. Because there are commentaries on Dhatu part. Of course, the main one is the Madhvya Dhatu Vritti. So when you have this question, you can also go for more detail into the Krudanta Rupamala, which gives every Dhatu. If you want to find out why the word became Nigraha and didn't become, Nigraha, then what is the reason for that? You can of course investigate under this adhikara of Ghai is something else. What happens is that below comes the apavadas for Ghai, which is the erach and rud or up. Rud or erach means if you have the ivarnanta dhatu pratyaya ach comes instead of Ghai. And rud or up means if you have dirgha rukaranta dhatu or the uvarnanta dhatu, get the pratyaya up, rud or up. So apavada for Ghai is the erach and rud or up. Rud or up is 3357 Rudora. Right now we don't have that. With Dhatu Graph we have. We don't have. So Rukarantebhyaha, and Uvarnantebhyaha. So Rukarantebhyaha and Uvarnanta up. So now we don't have that. But the next sutra will give us the answer, which is this Dhatu Graha. Graha Vru Dhru Nishchivgamascha. So these also the pratyaya up. Word Nigraha, because it didn't become Nigraha. So Atopadhaya did not come over there. So if the pratyaya was Ghai, you will get the Atopadhaya. So this one we can use, which is 3358, to form the word Nigraha. Just on the side, I just thought about that. So Apakaraha. Apakaraha means like something which is some harm, which injury or harm, something which is a disfavor which has been done. Api, even though it looks like that, Anugrahi kritaha nanu. Isn't it so? Nanu means isn't it so? Is it not that? Is it not that? This apakara is offense which has been committed by you, for me, is really, you made it into a blessing for me, a favor for me. So this anugrahi kritaha we have is apakari, upakari, anugraha is upakaraha. It says the nigraha was supposed to be an apakaraha, supposed to be a disfavor, supposed to be something which is harm done to me. But he says anugraha krita is upakari krita. Upakari means a favor has been done to me. Khalu means nanu is khalu. Indeed. Isn't it so? It definitely is so. Definitely has been done. Now, a couple of last grammar points we should get the translation on is the ninditaha. Now, dhatu was nidhi kutsayam, to blame or censure or to put down somebody, or to criticize. Now, here what happens is, of course, the ikar is it by upadeshajana nasika it. Nakara, what happens is that no naha. Dhatu adeshasaha no naha. Again, we're covering this in the daily examples, so we know this by now. So in the dhatu partha, the dhatu being with the murdhanya shakaraha, this dantya sakara adeshaha, dhatu shadlur becomes sad. So there are many dhatu like that which have so basically any dhatu in dhatu partha will become with the murdhanya shakaraha. Shakara really it's a dantya sakara. So dhatu adeshasaha. Why does Panini do that? So that then when the nimittam comes, you can go back to it. So these are tagged by Panini. Such that in this particular case, what Panini does is that since we can use sutram adesha pratyayoho, in order to use adesha pratyayoho, the sakara has to be an adesha. So by saying dhatu adeshastaha, Panini puts the dhatu in the dhatu part as shakaradi, just the adesha. So now the sakara which is there is an adesha. We can use adesha pratyayoho nimitte sati. When the nimittam comes, we can use that. But the next sutram which you need right now is the no naha. Same conditions, dhatu adehe. So dhatu adi nakara becomes nakaraha. It also is a way of Panini tagging these dhatus, marking them. Nimitte sati, when the nimittam comes, then these are the ones which will take the nakara adesha again. And then, so that one is the sutram for the natvam, 8414. Upasarga the samasepi no padeshasya. Only dhatu no padesha, upadesha and dhatu part of it is nakaradi, that will take this nattam again when some conditions arise. So again, this has been covered in the Saturday class already in daily examples. So this is the become nind. And pratyakta, so upadesh ajnanasika ittasya lopaha, no naha. Then the ikara is an it being idito num dhatoho. Dhatu which has ikara in it, it's a num agama immediately. Even though it's angasyadikaraha, by saying dhatoho, this comes immediately. Again, this has been already covered in daily examples to you, so this should be known to us. So num agamaha, of course, midachon chat paraha. So after the last ach in the term, it go after the ikaraha, anubandha lopaha by upadeshanasika thalantyam tasya lopaha. So we got nind. So one more time, ikara was an it that got the num agama for the dhatu. Went after the ach in the dhatu, last ach, they become ni num plus the anubandha lopaha, ninda, and no naha. The adi nakara became naha. It's simple rules. But if you understand more, even if it's a very, very simple rule, understand it clearly, make it part of your portfolio. It helps. Even the rule is very, very simple. Doesn't matter. Understand it clearly. So now you got more confidence, and you can tackle Ashtadhyaya rules. They're not that difficult. So then we get the nishtha pratyaya, sutram nishtha in the bhuti adhikaraha, then tattavato nishtha, then we get the idagamaha from nind ita, nindita, akudka nidbalasya putadite. Now what happens is that we had a sutram which says that aniditam halupadaya kiniti. Now you know why Panini puts this ikara as an it, doesn't put a sakshat nakara in dhatu patha. Because in the sutram 6424, Panini can then say aniditam. Only the dhatu doesn't have no as an it. Aniditam. Halupadaya kiniti. Pratyaya following is a kitnit pratyaya, which we do have because pratyaya nishtha pratyaya kta is being used. So the pratyaya we have right now is a kit pratyaya. And we do have a upadha nakaraha, halo upadhayaha. We have a sanyukta vyanjanam at the end, sanyukta vyanjane, so it becomes in nakara dakas. We have halantam angam, which has the upadha of nakara. So these conditions are satisfied. Halo upadhaya kiniti, anuvati of no lopa is coming down. So nakara takes lopaha, if it is the upadha of an angam, ending in a hal, and then the pratyaya points kitnit, everything is satisfied. But then look at what Panini says, aniditam. So these dhatus which took the num agamaha, on account of being ikara as an it for the dhatu, they will not come under the domain of this sutram. So now you know, if Panini had put the dhatu as nin in dhatu parta itself, that nakara could have taken lopa now right now. It will not now. Aniditam halupadaya kiniti, let's get the vritti for a second. This you can appreciate why Panini does these things about not putting sakshat nakara in dhatu partaha, but idvarena agataha came through to an it, because then these are now tagged. They will not participate in this operation. This is aniditanam anganam halantanam upadhayaha nakar lopavati kiniti pratyaya parataha. Okay, so get nindita, straightforward. And now this form which is the anugrahi, we have done this many in couple of classes probably in great detail. We went to this, so we won't do it again today. It's this when you get khili krita. We had khili krita in I think couple of classes back. Khili krita we did in great detail over here. So we just mention the rules one more time, but we don't have to go in details. So basically something which is not that is made into that. Then we have this Tadisa Pratyaya chvi, which comes in chvi. So it become anugrahi kritam means ananugraha. Anugraha kritaha, something which is not really a favor, has been made into a favor. So which is something which is not a blessing. This defeat of mine, so not really a blessing, has been made into a blessing by you. So anugraha kritaha. So that is anugrahi kritaha. So this nigraha, which is clearly not a favor, something which was this favor which was done to me, some harm which has been converted by you into a favor. We converted this nigraha into a favor. So what happens is that we get this pratyaya chvi by 5450, which is krubhvastu yoge sampadyakartari chvi. So 5450, the chvi is actually a 0 because of the chutu upadeshajanasikit verapraktasya. So sarvapahar lopaha abhuta tadbhave. The condition is krubhvasti yogesh, which has to be used krubhuvar asti. That's the condition. Otherwise you cannot use the pratyaya. Sampadyakartari, one is making that happen, chvi pratyaya, which is a 0. So you get an avyayam over here, because this is an avyaya sanya. So this anugrahi, add a pratyaya chvi, and then do the anubandha lopa, sarvapahar lopaha, and then becomes the asya chvav. If you have an angam ending in the avarna, for pratyaya chvi, it gets the yikara desha, anugrahi. And then this avyam, this is formed in the condition that kru, bhu, or as to be used with it. What happens is that this one gets the gati sanya. Gati sanya by this, when we saw the pradaya, upasarga, kriya yoge, gatischa, that we've seen that in the pragrishvara nipataha. The avyaya sanya, all nipata get the avyaya sanya. Nipatas are described in this section. Pragrish, afterwards Rishvaraha, which comes down, I think, 14 Adirishvare, up to Adirishvare, up to 1497. We know the Pradis very well. Pradis, they get Upasarga Sanya, Kriya Yoge, they also get the Gati Sanya. Gati Sanya is a bigger umbrella. The other people also get the Gati Sanya. Puryadi Chvi Dachascha. This Patya Chviyantam also gets the Gati Sanya. And they go Te Parag Dhatoho. Now let me remind you of one thing, that you might be tempted to say this is a Gati Samasa, maybe by saying this. Actually, we can do that here. Anugrahi kritaha, which is, this actually is a Gati Samasa by 2-18, 2-18, which is Kugati Pradya. The reason I was mentioning is that if you're Tingantam Padam, Anugrahi Karoti, that is not a Samastam Padam. Tingantam na Samasyate. So even though that the Chviyantam Anugrahi has the Gati Sanya, you cannot form a Gati Sanya with a Tingantam Padam. Simple. And you cannot form any Samasa Tingantam Padam. You see, Anugrahi Karoti, it is only Te Parag Dhatoho, it is not a Samastam Padam. But we have Anugrahi Kritaha. So that is a Krudantam Padam, so we can form a Samasa with that. So otherwise we just have to use Te Parag Dhatoho. So you go before Dhatu, you can form a Samasa by Kugati Pradayaha. Anugrahi kritaha. That's one here. Okay, so let's go to translation now. Let's see. Let's bring our authorized, our adik kritaha.
Namaste.
Namaste. Anuvadakara. Let me do my job of styling you up over here if I can properly. Let me see if I can get this one. Okay. Again, both of them are split in 2 pages. Okay. Let me try this. Kaushalyam apekshate. Kaushalyam apekshate. My skill is required here to get this thing tiled up. Okay. So this one, I'm sorry. So thou hast, this is really a passive, I think it's quite active. So I think that one is talking about is this one over here. He's talking about Tvaya. So by because he is very into active voice. Okay, all right. You're ready. Okay, so thou hast. I think that's Tvaya. By. So indeed. Indeed will be, I think, this one. In the commentary it was Khalu. Nanu. Is it not so? But the Nanu is used in many times. Nanu is used in the Tika, in the Bhashyam, as an objection. Nanu, but wait a minute, is it not so? But hey, is that not the case? So that Nanu is used to introduce the Pura Paksha in the Bhashyam. When you see a Nanu in the Bhashyam, it means somebody lays an objection, which is normally to be defeated by the Siddhanta. So that is what Nanu. But here means Nanu means indeed. So made So this is this one. Made made by defeat, bearing an fruit, or made into a favor. So made a favor.
Anugrahi kritaha.
Anugrahi kritaha is made a favor. So even is
Api.
Api. My is also here.
Mama.
Mama. Defeat is this one.
Nigraha. No.
Nigraha. My defeat. Apakaraha. My defeat or my harm or injury done to me. Defeat. So bearing an irreproachable fruit.
Anindita phalaha.
Anindita phalaha. Aninditam is ishtam, which I should desire. Phalam yastitaha. Made of you all you got. That to me is, I think this for me this is understood. Since is probably is that yada. It's almost like a yataha, because yada at which time you have done this means at that time. So yada almost functions like a yataha almost, since.
Actually, it's given in the commentary. Yata is yata. Number 3 at the top.
Commentary yada tada, he says.
Yada at the bottom, yataha.
Yeah, there's a part of Veda. That's the part of Veda of yataha. So yada, maybe part of Veda, maybe that may be another commentary from somewhere. Yes, you're right. That is correct. Thank you. That is given in maybe another commentary says yataha. So that's the sin. So thou. So again, see, look at the samana karta. Kartik is thou. This is Sri Ramaha. Bhavan, thou. So having shaken off, is that this one?
Avadhuya.
From the condition of being influenced, the condition of is this tvam.
Rajasatvam.
So tvam is the condition, tasya bhava. Hello? Being influenced by rajo guna is this rajasatvam. Rajasa is one who has rajo guna. By the way, the translation that he is putting may have derived the rajasa in a different way. There might be different ways of defining rajasa. The one I gave you is one of the ways. It's not the only way. So maybe he's taking a different way. But anyway, the commentaries here, rajoguna pradhanam pradhanaha. So that's fine. So the rajasatvam inherited from my mother. This one.
Matrikam.
Maturagatam. So then has brought me. So
Gamitaha.
Gamitaha. To peacefulness is this.
Shamam.
The proper quality of my parental descent.
Pitcham.
Okay. A bit long translation, but Pitcham. Okay. Thank you. So I think we got most of it. I'm trying to keep it. The Vyakaranam will be short and trying to do. So let's go to the next one now. There is that sadhayamyaham avignamastute devakaryam upapadayishyataha uchivan iti vachaha salakshmanam lakshmanagrajam rishistiro dadhe lakshmanagrajam rishistiro dadhe. So sadhayamyaham avignamastute devakaryam upapadayishyataha uchivaniti vachaha salakshmanam lakshmanagrajam rishistiro dadhe. So the padacheda is, you try Kartik, padacheda, this one?
Yes, Satishi. Sadhayami.
Aham. Correct. Aham, correct.
Aham. Avignam. Astu.
Astu, correct.
Te.
Correct.
Devakaryam.
Correct, devakaryam.
Upapadayishyataha.
Upadayishyataha, correct. Shashti ekavachanam. We'll come to that, correct.
Uchivan.
Correct. Uchivan.
Iti.
Correct.
Vachaha. Salakshmanam.
Salakshmanam, Bhavuri compound, Lakshmanam, Samastam Padam, okay.
Lakshmanagrajam.
Also Samastam Padam. Lakshmanastyagrajam, elder brother of Lakshmana. Yeah, Lakshmanagrajam is Samastam Padam, yes.
Rishihi.
Rishi, Prathama Ekavacham, he is the Karta, Rishihi.
Tirodadhe.
Now, Tirodadhe technically is not a compound. So we just talked about that a second ago. So that really should be, Padacheda should be Tiras. and tiraha, then dadhe. Because of the fact that this one, which is, sorry, now this word tiras is also getting this gati sanya, which is this tirantardhau. Tirantardhau, this tiras gets the gati sanya when it is used in the sense of antardhau, means to disappear, to kind of conceal oneself, But because now we are looking at the, so te parag dhatu, but this is not a gati samasa because of the fact that tingantam na samasyate. So this dadhe is a lit lakara form. We will see in some detail later on. This is, so really technically speaking, this should be tiraha and dadhe. This is prutak padam, te parag dhatoho. Okay. Now you want to do the padavichara, Kartik? Just take it. Sadhayami. Sadhayami is what is it? It's
Sadhayami.
tingantam, right?
Tingantam.
And what else is in there? What is there? But this is
Nich is there.
Nich is there.
Sorry, Uttama Purusha.
Uttama Purusha ekavachanam.
Uttama Purusha ekavachanam.
Like bhavami. But this look at the aya. That aya which has come in there, that is the sign that this nich has probably come, which has taken guna where savadhatu karja dhatukayoho, and then echo yavayavaha. And then my favorite shloka in the Gita, which I told you many times, is the second shloka, buddhim mohayasi vame. Buddhim mohayasi vame. In fact, this niche causes moha of the buddhi, right? Buddhim mohayasi vame. So nij rupai buddhim mohayasi vame. You're like confusing my mind. Mohayasi, that aya, the dhatu moh. So mushyati, so become mohayasi. So mohayasi means you're confusing my mind. So this aya, this dhatu sad, I put in the document here, I think I put it here. This sad is some siddhav. Sad is to accomplish something. So sadhayati means he makes something accomplished, to make it happen. So you start the pratyam nich as usual by hetumaticha, anubandhalopa, chutu halantyam, get the dhatu sadhi. So sadhi gets a new dhatu sanya. These should be all straightforward now. Nothing really special over here. The sadhi gets the dhatu sanya by sanadhyanta dhatavaha. I think I should mention that sanadhyanta dhatavaha. You cannot bring any pratyah unless you get the dhatu sanya sanadhyanta dhatavaha. Then vartamane lat. After vartamane lat, then you get the pratyah mip tiptasji, then kartari shap. After that, what happens is that this shap will do the guna for the ikara over here. Sarvadhatu kartika yoho anubandha lopaha, then guna adesha becomes sadhe, and then echo yavaya becomes sadhaya mi. So this is the aya. How this aya comes is when the nish pratyaya comes, because by the way, shap is the default pratyaya for all dhatus. You shouldn't say the bhadigana takes shap, others take. Shap is kartari shap is uttargaha. Which is overruled only when the dhatu is in the dhatu part has some other gana. But all the derived dhatus, all the sadhita dhatavaha, they will take dhatu bhya shap eva bhavati. Of course, kartari shap, sarvadhatuke, but so shap is the default. You might think, this is not in the bhadi gana, how will it take shap? The shap is the default, the kartari shap. So when the shap comes, and of course, kartari sarvadhatuke, it takes the gunadesha, echo yavayavaha becomes aya. So that's how the aya is. It's a tingantam padam with the aya in there. That is your flag. That's your flag that you probably have a niche pratyaya in there. Okay, so becomes sad, and then of course the ato dirgo yahi sadhayami. So here interesting meaning is that sadhaya means I'll make things happen. I'll make it happen. So I'll make it happen means I'll get going. It's the idiomatic usage. Means I will get going. It says sadhayami gacchami. Sadhayami gacchami. This gacchami also we're going to see on Saturday. This Saturday we're going to see it as a first sutram on this coming Saturday, which is the issue gami yamam chaha. This dhatu gam and dhatu ish and dhatu yam. They take the chakara desha shiti parataha. So which is the issue gami, this one, issue gami yamam chaha shiti parataha. Dhatu gamru, when you have gam plus lat, again shap comes after the mippa desha, becomes kartari shap. You take the chakara desha, becomes gach. And then what happens, Kartik, after that? Gach, what's the next sutra? How become gach?
Tugagama will come.
Tuk by what sutra? What number?
It's just after Samhitayam.
Just after Samhita. After, you're right. You mean the tuk starts from before Samhita, but the anuvritti comes from rastasya pitikati tuk. We want checha. Checha, correct. So 6173. Kartik is not lost his thing. Good. So Kartik is back. That's good to have. So you're not lost in Vyakarana Jnanam. It's good. So Checha. Then we get the Tuk Agamaha, and then of course Toshchunashchu later on in Tripadi section become Gachami. So Gachami is an idiomatic usage, means I'll make it happen, means let me get going. I'll get going. Gachami. Okay, then Aham is straightforward. This is the Pratama Ekvachanam Asmat. Avignam astute. Avignam is already given the commentary here. Avignam is Vigna Bhavo. Vignanam abhava Vigna Bhava astu. For being very kind to us, he also gives a sutram. Avyayam vibhakti ityadi sutrena. Ityadi artha bhave. Ityadi vartha bhave. What is vartha? Let me see. Is there a typo here? Ityadi na maybe. Artha bhave avye bhavaha. Let me see. Is that a typo? Let me just double check. What is that one? Ityadina is a typo here. Ityadina. Should be nakara. Ityadina. So Ityadina artha bhave avye bhavaha. So what is that he's talking about now? Is this sutram? In fact, I put in document here. So avignam. Vignanam abhavaha avignam. This is an avye bhava samasaha. Avye bhava is also in the word avye bhava itself. You see the pratyaya chvi. Anavyayam avyay bhavati. It's avyay bhava, which is not an avyam becomes an avyayam. So the avyay bhavas are very interesting compounds. They create an avyam. They also get napumsakalingam. So it becomes avignam, avignam, avignam astate. Now the so vignanam abhavaha. Using sutram 216. So this 216 is the main sutram to form avyay bhava compounds, and it says that avyayam. Navyam, this is the Pratama Nirtishtam in the Sutram. Again, the Wednesday class reading Sutra in this Samasa Prakram in great detail. So, Avyayam is Pratama Nirtishtam. In that Sutram, which is Samasa Vidhayaka Sutram, Avyayam is in the Pratama Vibhakti. That will get this Sanya Upasajanam by 1243, which is Pratama Nirtishtam Samasa Upasajanam. And then Avyayam can be compounded in this very long Sutram. The Sutram is like this. It says that Vibhakti, Samipa, Samruddhi, Viruddhi, Arthabhava, Atyaya, Asamprati, and all these various meanings. In all these various meanings, Avyam can be compounded, Samarthena Subantena, with another Subantam in these various meanings. So, Vachaneshu, in these kind of usages, Arthabhava is one of them. Arthabhava is one of them. If you look at the vritti quickly, if you want, we can look at that. Is this Avyam can be compounded, Samarthena Subantena, with this. So eshu vachaneshu artheshu in these meanings. So 216. So that's the Munyasa gives the thing. It is not a bahuri compound here. We have samasaha. So supsa is vartate vibhakti adeshu artheshu. In this case we have the abhava artha. Yad avyayam. Avyayam should be in that meaning. Okay. Vartate. Tat samarthena subantena sah samasyate. Avyay bhav samasa bhavati. One more thing is that this does not have a va in there. This is not vikalpena sama. This is nitya samasaha. Because pakshe vakyam nasti. Because when you say vignanam abhavaha avignam, there is no way to take the you cannot say vignanam vignanam nain. You cannot do that. So this is a nitya samasaha. Because in the section of vibhasha comes only from here to 111. This is a nitya samasa prior to that. So this is a nitya samasaha. So, Sapada Vigraha Vakyam the Sambhavati. We cannot take just the and we cannot make a Vigraha Vakyam. So, you say Vignanam Abhavaha. So, Vignanam Abhavaha Avignam. So, Vigna plus Am, Pratyaya Nai. This Nai is not Pratyaya, sorry. This Nai is an Avyayam. Avyayam, you can use to form Tatura Samasas very frequently. Also used to form Bahuri Samasa. Aputraha. Avidyamana Putra Sasaha. So, one who's without a son. But in this case, it is not a Tatura Samasaha. Not a bahuri compound, it is a avyay bhava samasaha. There's vignanam abhavaha. We take nai, as I mentioned to you, that avyam in the sutra is pratama nidrishtam, is the sanya of upasajanam. Pratama nidrishtam samasa upasajanam purvam. So the nai comes first, then we get the, of course, krittadita samasa, supo dhatu padvidakayo, supluk, the arm goes away, and this nai takes the, of course, halantyam, the itsanya, then no lopo nanyaha. no lopo nanyaha, no lopo nanyaha, no lopo nanyaha. It is this nakara of nai takes lopaha. Now why do we have, then why not, if it's going to take lopa all the time, then why have it in the first place? If no lopo nanyaha doesn't have any conditions on that, then why do we need to keep the nakara there? Why not just make it ain then? Because there are some situations where it will not go away. Because this prakritya, sometimes it will stay as it is. So even though no lopo nanya is coming there, but there are some places it will not go away, it will stay as it is there also. Okay, so avigna. Now we say avigna mastu nipratyasu when we add, now normally we would have had the avyad of supaha, supluk. Avyad of supaha, supluk. But then what happens is that first of all this gets the napumsakalingatvam, napumsakalinga pradipikam by avye bhavascha. So navye bhava samasa. Navye bhava samasa is an avyam. This is a strange thing. It is an avyam. It is also napumsakalingam. Napumsakalingam avye bhavascha. So this sutram avye bhavascha comes ashtadhya in two places. One gives the avyatvam, one gives the napumsakalingatvam. So one more time. Avye bhavascha comes ashtadhya in two places. One is 2.4.18. Says napumsakam. Anurutya of napumsakam comes there. While one comes, of course, in 1.1.41, which gives the avya sanya. 1.1.41. 1.1.41. Avye bhavascha. Avye bhavascha. Avye bhavascha. 1.1.41 and 2.4.18. So now what happens is that when you add the default, when we add the supratyaya, then what we get is that because it is in napumsakam, we get avye bhavascha napumsakatvam, then we get atoam. When you have the napumsaka linga pratipadikam ending in akaraha, normally we would have some more napumsakat, but then we get the by atoam. The question is that after atoam, why not we use the avyad apsupaha? What do you think, Karthik? Avyad apsupaha, why not we use that one over here?
It is. This is navyayi bhavad atom to panchamya. I think this is a apavada.
Correct. Navyayi bhavat atom to panchamya. So below that sutram, which is the avyad apsupaha, it comes in no nishe sutram, na avyayi bhavat. Ataha. Adantam avyayi bhava samasa. If you have adanta samasa ending in short akara, we then don't do the supluk. But then amta panchamyaha. We then make the ammadeshaha. Actually, we can use this one. We need to use actually. We need to use 2.4.83. Make the ammadeshaha. Apanchamyaha. Apanchamyaha. So that is what happens is that. So nave bhava tatom to panchamyaha is the ammadeshan amipurvaha. So this one what I did was not correct actually. I should put 2.4.83 over here. Not this one, but 2.4.83. 2.4.83 amta panchamyaha. So we don't really need this one over here. This 2.4.18 we don't really need because it's not having any prabhava over here. That 2.4.18, by the way, that napumsakalingam we need when you want to make the rasva adeshaha. That comes in 1.2.47. Rasu napumsake pratipadikasya. If you had a dirgha, it would become rasva. So that is the phalam of making the avye bhava samasa as napumsakalingam is when we have the pratipadikam, we'll take the rasva adeshaha. Because of this napumsaka pratipadikam. Right now we don't need that because we have to use 2.4.83. Na avye bhava tatom to panchamyaha. Na avye bhava tataha am to panchamyaha. Then amipurva avignam astute. So now continuing with that, so avignam is vignanam bhavaha. Vigna bhavo astute. Astu of course is a lot sakara, nothing really special. Dhatu us again because in the adadi ganaha adipapradibhya shapaha shaptuk has taken place and eruhu. This will also be all easy for you by now. Eruhu when you have the ikaraha in as I mentioned to you when you do tiptajji in 3.4.78, don't leave the 3.4 section. Finish that one off. There sutram is a loto langvat eruhu. The ikara becomes the ukaraha. So eruhu. So this is the astu means let there be an absence of obstacles. Means let your way be free of obstacles. Let it be. Avignam is not really qualifying anything. So let there be an absence of obstacles for you. So for you is one more thing is coming over here. Upapadayishyataha. So devakaryam upapadayishyataha. This is a future participle. Of course, devakaryam is devanam karyam. Devanam karyam is dvitiya ekvachanam. That is the karma of the upapadayishyataha. Now comes in Gita, a very nice place. Yotsyamananaveksheham yoddhukamanavasthitan. Kairmaya in very chapter 1. In chapter 1 itself, I should say. Kairmaya saha yoddhavyam astinna samudyame. So yotshyamanan. It means you're about to fight. This future part is a sense of about to. Upapadayishyataha means for you, who's about to, who set out to accomplish the job of the devas, of the gods. Upapadayishyataha is shashti ekvachanam, upapadayishyat pradipadikam. And that future participle, the pratyashatru, which is rit adesha, in this case is yotsyamananavekshaham yotshyamanan. Oh, this is a pratyashana which has been used, but it's also a future participle. So who do I have to fight? So aveksheham, let me look at those who are about to fight. Yotshyamanan aveksheham. Let me examine. So I examine those who are about to fight. So same thing, where is the future participle? How is this formed? Quite quickly in the document here. The dhatu padagatao, as I mentioned I think class many times, this dhatu almost always is sopasarga. It's always used upasarga sahitaha, prayana drishyate. Try upasarga, like a word like, sampatti, apatti, vipatti, patipatti, upapatti. So all these are, we never see a word, like padyate or patti, he will not see that. But so this one in this case is, first of all, pratyaya nich is coming here back. Padayishyataha. So this is the pratyaya nich is coming over, become the dhatu, hetu maticha, make the dhatu padi. We saw it many times today, chutu halantyam atopadhaya, padi. So to padi, pratyaya rit is added, rit sheshe, means in the future tense, in the sense of future. This is all, when I see this adhikara of Panini's, starts the bhute adhikara in 3-284. Then he goes on to the vartamane lat, he says lat, the vartamane adhikaraha. So from 3-284 bhute, from 3-123 vartamane. This goes in the order of time, in the chronological order. And then Pani starts the bhavishyati adhikara in 3-3-3. That only goes for a short time, only goes for about 10-12 rules. I think 3-3-15, and there says lita sheshe, lita sadva. So lit sheshe. So it is in remaining sense, the lit can be used in the future tense, but anadhyatane lit. In fact, that is now you can see why this means the sense of about to. Anadhyatane lit. So if the action is exclusively of a later time, not of today, then lut laka should be used, not lit. That means lit is being used for something now which is technically close by, about to happen. So happen, which is going to happen like today, or means like, in recent. That's why this, I think, meaning of this about to happen comes. Because anadhyatane lut is used for anadhyatane. I mean, lut is to be, then it is going to remain in this part, which is earlier, which time close to today. So then lita sadva. So just like we had the shatrushan adesha for the lat lakaraha, lita shatrushan pratama samadhikarane. Similarly, you have the tausata. So here, this is the Sanya Sutram, which is coming in the 3rd chapter, because Pani just talked about Shatru Shanach. Shatru and Shan Pratyaya get the Sanya of Sat, Tau Sat. So Shatru Shanachau, they get the Sat Sanya. And then we can use Lita Sadva is in place of Lit. You can optionally, instead of getting Tiptajji, the Ting Adesha, you can get the Sad Adesha. Sad means Shatru Shanach. Of course, the Prasipadam Tangana Atmane Padam, because this is going to be a Prasipada Prayoga, you get the Shatru Pratyaya. So first we found Padi. Then Padi took the Rit, and Rit took to the Lita Sadva, the future participle, by 3-2. So Tau Sata is Sanya Sutram, and then Lita Sadva. This stuff should be easy now, because this is a Rit Pratyaya, Shatasi Luratoho. So this is Apavada for Shap. So then we get the Padi Sya At, and Satashi Luratoho, Anubandha Lopaha. Idagamaha comes by Ardhadhatukasched Valadehe. course, this is, again, there's no initial possible because this is not a Ekash Dhatu, so we cannot use 7 to 10. So there's no Indishedha because that is only Ekash Upadeshana Datta. It's Anekash Dhatu. So become, and then the Guna Adesha, Sarvadhatu Karasaka Yoho, and become Echo Yavayavaha, Pad, Ishat, and finally you have to use the Ato Gune between this Akara and this At, become Isyat, and then we have to use Adesha Pratyayoho to get Pad Ishyat. When we do this with Tripadi Karyam, this will be Pad. Pad Ishyat is one who's about to accomplish. Upada Ishyat. So I hope you followed this step. This is main sutram here was this one, Ritas Tadva. Rest of it is kind of straightforward. You get this here, Pratyaha, Apavada Prashab, Idagamaha, Guna Adeshaha, Echo Yavayavaha, Ato Gune, Purupura Ekadeshaha, and then Adesh Pratyayoho. Upada Ishyataha means that about to accomplish, and the Deva Devanam Karyam. This Uchivan will do in the next class. Okay, it's already here in the one. I'll give you this because time is running out now. So Uchivan is Pratyak Kwasu. Take this for homework. Okay, we'll do in the beginning of the next class. Dhatu Bru is being used. In fact, Mullinatha gives that form here. He says that Brunyaha Kwasuhu. So he does give the Dhatu and gives a Pratyak Kwasu. We'll do it in the next class. What happens is that this one in the Bhute Adhikara, which I just told you about, Panini prescribes the Chandasi lit, so which the lit which should be used technically Chandasi only. And then he makes a Kwasu Adesha for that lit. It's not the Paroksha lit, this is the Chandasi lit. But you know, it's Nirankashaha Kavayaha, because these poets use this form which actually Panini doesn't authorize this to be used in Bhashayam. In Bhashayam, Panini only authorizes a few forms. This is not one of them, but still Kalidasa uses it, that's fine. Anyway, Sutram is Kwasushcha, we'll do in the next class. So what we'll have is that with this, first of all, Bru becomes Vach, Bru or Vachihi. So Bru immediately becomes Vach when the Pratyaya following is Ardhadhatuka Pratyayaha. This Pratyaya Kwasu is going to be Pratyaya which is Litcha, Ardhadhatuka Pratyayaha. So Kwasu Adesha, you can do for homework. You write the form, do the Abhyasa Karyam. Only thing important here with the Ida Agamaha, you will need the Sutram, which is 7 to 67. Okay, that's a special Sutram here, Ida Agamaha. You also is Samprasaranam involved over here, Vachi Sophia Jaji Nam Kiti. Samprasaranam will do in the next class. Uchivas, then Uchivas, you have to then do the Subandha Karyam, make it Uchivan by doing the Nummagamaha, then the Upada Dirgha, Santamata Sanyogasya, then that we'll do in the next class, Uchivan, in try for homework. And then there's the Bahuri compounds, this kind of straightforward, also in the next class we'll do that. So Lakshmanam, this is like another homework. Actually I'm surprised giving so much detail in the Vyakhyanam. It's Saha Lakshmanena Sa Lakshmanaha. It's straightforward, the Bahuri compound which you've seen many times, and that Sutram here, compound means 2122. Tamas Vidhaka Sutrani. So this one is Tena Sahiti Tulya Yoge. Tena Sahiti Tulya Yoge. That sutram is 2.2, I think 28. We'll do in the next class. So 2.2.28 we can do for homework. And we also need to make Sahasya Sa Adeshaha. So this one is used, this Samasi Vidhayaka Sutram. Then Saha will take the Sa Adeshaha, that will be in 6.3. Aluguttara Pade. When some kind of the Pura Padam is to be done. And that will be in 6.3. And that's what it says Vopasajanasya. Vopasajanasya is I think 50, Vopasajanasya, a little bit later maybe. Vopasajanasya, Sahasya Saha, here it comes. 6382, 6382 you'll have to use. So 2228 also is 6382. What I'd like to, okay, this one I have not put in, I'll put in document afterwards. So now, what we should do that is, let's do a translation. We'll do some details in the next class. We'll do some translation here. We'll come back to details in the next class. Stirodade means he concealed himself. Lakshmanagrajam, Lakshmanashagrajam. So the meaning here is that Sadayami, I'll get going. Avignamastute, te means tava. For you, who's about to accomplish the job of the gods, let there be no obstacles for you. Then Uchivan iti. Normally iti ends the quotation. But Uchivan is in between because he didn't want to start the the vacuum with iti. So he puts the iti after. Iti is the quotation ending this part only, not the uchivans. Iti should be here really. So this is what the rishi said. Iti vachaha uchivan. So he said these words. Said these words to Sa Lakshmana Ramaha with Lakshmanaha. Lakshmana agrajam is Ramaha. Along with Lakshmanaha. And Yushtirodhade means he disappeared. Notice one more thing. Notice Jukarmaka dhatu, uchivan. He said these. So vachaha is karma. Also Lakshmana agrajam is another karma. It's also another homework for you. You take for homework this one which is defined Jukarmaka dhatavaha. Akhatitam cha. Akhatitam cha is one single sutram which is very mystic sutram which defines Jukarmaka dhatavaha. Okay, let's stop. Let's do translation and stop here. We'll do the detail in the next class. Yeah. You guys ready, sir?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if we can try. Went a little bit fast on this one. We'll come
Okay.
back. Let's see. I think we can use the same page. We have to. Okay, let's try. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, I am going.
Sadhayami.
Sadhayami and aham is I.
Aham sadhayami.
Sadhayami. May you have no impediment.
Avignamastute.
Avignam. So that may is avignamastute. May you is for you. Avignamastute. So may no impediment born. That is the avignam. As you are to effect the business of the gods.
Devakaryam upapadiyashyate.
So Devakaryam Devanam Karyam is business of the gods. As you are to effect is te upapadiyashyataha. About to bring about. Then the second one is that one which is okay. Let's try this. Like that. So saying these words.
Uchavan.
Uchivan is saying.
Uchavan iti.
It really means he said. It's a past tense said. He said these words.
Vachaha.
Iti is the quotation. Yeah, vacha is word. Vacha is
Uchavan. Vachaha iti.
one. So iti vachaha uchivan.
Iti
Sadhyam ham avignamastute devakaryam upapadishyatah iti. Vachaha uchivan. As he said these words to Lakshmana and to his elder brother.
Salakshanam Lakshmanagrajam.
So elder brother. So Lakshmanasya agrajam. Lakshmanagrajam Rashi Ramam. Sa Lakshmanam Lakshmanena saha vartamanam. So this one Ramaha. The sage is
Rishihi.
Disappeared.
Tirodade. Tirodade.
Tirodade. So tiras and then dadhe. Okay, so we'll continue in next class. So Ramo Rajamanis, thank you. Ramo Rajamanis sada vijayate Ramam Ramesham bhaje. Ramena vihata nishachara chamu Ramaya tasmai namaha. Raman nasti paranam parataram Ramasya dasosmyaham. Rame chittare sada bhutame bho Ramama muddhara. Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattalyam Ramanama Varanane Sri Ramanama Varanana Ondamaiti.